Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I know it's been quite a few months since I posted a full video. We got some exciting news here for our business as a whole and even the YouTube channel. We've sold pretty much all of our wood this year, which is great. It is November 25th. We actually sold out about 2 weeks ago. We did roughly 25 to 27 cords. I know we had some come in and leave almost right away. People wanted to season themselves. I'm not quite sure exactly how much we did. Somewhere between, I'd say 25, 30 cords. We'll just go with that. We've got maybe a cord of wood left that is being saved for some family and friends. They do a lot of camping starting in March, so I'm just saving that on the property right now. As you've seen by some of the shorts, we got a load of logs in here earlier last week. We started going through some of that with our new splitter, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes. So now we're starting the process here for next season. Most of our stuff, since we split so small, we only need about 7-8 months to actually season. And some of our bundle wood, we split it even smaller, so it's ready to go in about 6 months. We have a small space where we put it in the barn here, run a dehumidifier and a fan if it's not quite ready yet. Usually we're good to go in a couple weeks if that's the case. The season was great. We had a mixture of everything between selling from the stand to the campground that we sell to with multiple 100-piece bundle orders throughout the year. I think we did about 450, 500 bundles to our one campground. We don't have the numbers for how much we sold out of the stand altogether. If I'd had to put a dollar amount on, I'd probably say close to 3-ish thousand is what we sold from the stand alone, which is awesome. I mean, we sold way more out of the stand than I thought. We'd leave on a Saturday night and go grab dinner. We'd come home and it'd be completely empty. It was awesome. We sold a lot of whole face cords to people, whole cords, standalone face cords, half cords. It was all over the place. Majority of the people we sold to this year were using it just for the ambiance, the drinking wood, the outside campfire, late night summer fires. Not too many people that were heating their house per se. Very surprising to hear. We probably only sold about 6 to 7 cords for people that were heating their homes with it for this winter. And that's not even their primary source of heat. They just kind of like it, around the Christmas time or Thanksgiving coming up. They like to have a fire going. So it was nice to, meet a lot more people, a lot of new customers this year, a lot of, returning customers. We started getting into some of the cherry wood this year. That was big for us. That stuff sells. As soon as I split it, I was able to sell it. People wanted it. They didn't care how long it was sitting for. So as you've seen in the short, most recent, that massive cherry log that we got, 11 foot long. I think it was 44 inches on the one side and 39 on the other. Huge, huge log. We were able to actually get that processed up with our new splitter. It only took us roughly 2 hours, but the old splitter you saw in the previous videos, that would have taken us 6-7 hours to probably get processed with 2 people going to town. I mean, they were some very large logs. This new splitter we got has a 4-way wedge, and it has the optional 6-way wedge, and you can even go to a 12-way wedge. We'll jump into that here in just a minute or so, but we're very happy with this splitter. I'll talk about this splitter here real quick. I got it from a local dealership right up the road, Messick's here in Lancaster. They are a seller for this certain brand. I'd say it's top 2. Of all the commercial wood splitters you can buy. We were going to go with the Easton made, but we decided to go with a Wolfridge 28C. I'll go ahead and show you guys that now. So we went with Wolfridge 28C. It is used. So even though it's used, it's in very good condition. The only used part you'll be able to see on it, some minor, well, not minor, but the paint's a little gone from the table. Some of the wedges, they've got some paint missing. This is just a 6-way wedge I have sitting on here just for storage purposes. There's some scratches in it, nothing crazy. I think there's a little bend right there. That's it. So with the 28C, you get 25 or 28 tons. You have your log lift over here on the side. the adjustable wedge, which is awesome. We love that aspect of it. Have the 4-way wedge. You can put the 6-way wedge if you want. We haven't used a 6-way wedge yet. Gonna try that out here very soon. You can get the extension table for it. The guy that had it, he did not want to sell it with it, which whatever, you know, I would have liked to have it. I think they're only like 300 bucks if we decide to get it, but with the limited space that we have, we probably won't look into it too much here. Sorry, I just want to make sure everything's still recording. So you have your auto cycle valve on it. Awesome. I mean, the 6.5 second cycle time is amazing with this machine. It's hard to keep up with it, even with 2 of us going. You have your valve here for the wedge up and down, and you have your valve over here for the log lift. We had half of one of those cherry rounds on this machine. Lifted it no problem. That thing, you could barely move it around with 2 people. You know, this is a 450 pound log lift capacity. It did it like no problem. I think the 450 pound log lift capacity is so that way the splitter doesn't tip over per se. I didn't really feel like it was going to at all. I had no issue with it. I think you could have put an entire round on there. The biggest issue then is once you get so wide, I think you're gonna start hitting the table here. But we just went with the halves or a quarter of it. I split it with the chainsaw or the maul. Everything was good to go. I think it's a 25-gallon hydraulic reservoir. You have electric start, which is amazing. I believe this is the Honda GX 390 motor. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Awesome motor, worked great. We went and did all the cherry on less than a half a tank of gas. That's awesome. We would have burned through probably a gallon and a half on the old splitter that we had, which was a Husky 22 ton that I modified a little bit. But overall, it's great. We weren't looking to purchase a new splitter this year. We were gonna wait till next year. This deal kind of popped up out of the middle of nowhere. I was calling Messick's to get an out the door price on a brand new one. And when I called, they said, hey, you know, here's the price for an out the door. We have 3 in stock if you want one. And I said, well, I'm not really looking to buy this year. The money is just not quite there. And he said, well, I do have this machine coming in. They wanted $9,000 for it, which I thought was very reasonable. It only had 28 hours on it, which from the past experience I've had with visiting another local guide who's maybe 20 minutes away from us, he had this exact same one, orange, with a 4-way wedge. It had 370 hours on it. He was asking $9,500. I believe he ended up settling with somebody for $8,900 on it total. My out the door price with this and paying the $300 for the 6-way wedge since it was used, which I believe they're $500 new, it was right around $9,900. Out the door price, I think with this brand new, you were looking close to, I think it was about $12,200 with the 6-way wedge. So I think we got a very good deal. You can let me know in the comments if you think we got a good deal. I'm happy with it. It's been great so far for the one big log that we put through it. The whole load of logs we have over there, we tried something different this time. We got the 18-inch up to 30-inch logs. It's a little bit cheaper to get those logs since they're so much bigger. But with the log lift, we figure we can just lift them right up. There's no, using your back anymore and, being sore the next day. So we're gonna try with that. It is less than half the price of our normal 18-inch and under logs. Some of them have some more knots than what I might like to see, but this thing, it plows right through. We cut one piece off that had a ton of knots on it, and it shoved it right through. Pieces don't look the best when they have a ton of knots, as many of you might know, but this machine does an amazing thing. It's really nice. You can take this, lift it all the way up. You can have your single way at the bottom. You can just use a single up top. You can just pop this off, super simple. Take the cotter pin off, pop the pin out, bam, there you go. Done deal. If you want to switch to the 6-way wedge, it's that simple, guys. I mean, I wasn't even on Wolfridge's radar for buying one of these machines until I found out that Messick's here in Mount Joy, that they sold them. Once they did, we went, we looked at one for about an hour, talked to the sales guy. We actually were looking at getting the 17 RS originally, and I just kind of fell in love with these. It's American-made company out of Wisconsin. Parts, I can drive 20 minutes up the street, get a part made, get a hose made, have a technician come down, adjust the valves if I need to, if I can't figure it out. Wolfridge has some really good videos online about how to adjust the valves if you need to, so I should be able to figure it out myself. But if not, there's dealers right down the road that can come help out. So I think it's going to be a great machine. You know, I think they say about 1.5 quarts per hour is what you can do with this machine. And I believe that. I'd say we did about 1.5 quarts in 2 hours. This machine's brand new to us, took us some time to get used to it. But once we really get the hang of this, we're going to be pumping firewood out. I mean, it's going to cut our processing time down to, you know, it's going to cut it in half, almost in half, if not more than half, down to 60% of what we were doing. It's going to be awesome. So I'm excited. Look forward to making some more videos with this machine here in the coming weeks. We're going to try and do probably 40 cords this year if I can find the space to store it. Since I've stopped selling, you know, to either on Marketplace or online or to the normal customers, I've had probably enough orders come in for 10 to 15 more cords that I could have sold in the last 2.5 weeks. So the market's there for us in the area that we're in. It's a very saturated area. We could definitely sell it if we had it. So now we just got to find the space to make more. So that's going to be the big key point this year, is trying to make more and more and more, and try and start sooner every year to get it done. That way we can be done processing before Christmas. Last year we were processing into March. We let a lot of that wood sit, and that was the last bit of wood that we sold, and it was perfect, right between 18 to 20% moisture content. So hopefully get all this wood split before Christmas this year. You know, as time allows. You know, I work full-time job, girlfriend works full-time job, we're busy. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, stay tuned to the channel. More videos to come on this. I'm going to try and be better about doing more videos with the wood side of things. And then even more outdoorsy stuff. We might change this channel, doing some outdoor stuff, big into fishing, a little bit of hunting possibly. You know, just more stuff than just wood. It makes it a little bit easier to make some videos. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching the video like always. Don't forget to like, you know, subscribe. It's great. You know, try and help boost the channel up a little bit. Throw a comment in there. See, you know, whatever you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me do something crazy with this, or, you know, if you want to see certain types of wood getting split, let us know. Usually we get a lot of different stuff we can try. But yeah, anyways, thanks guys for watching like always. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one.